everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lou. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you guys like what you see, which I know you will, please make sure you press the subscribe button that's down below, as well as the bell notification, so you guys are notified every single time that I post a new video. Now for today's video, as you guys can tell by this title, is another business tip video, and it's basically the 5 things that I encountered within my first year of being an entrepreneur. The first one is taking too many advice. Let me make sure I said this right. But yeah, taking too many advice from different people. Now, I know you guys heard the saying of too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the meal. I'm not sure if I said it right. If you guys know what quote I'm talking about, leave it in the comments down below. But you guys basically get what I'm saying. But basically, I was taking so many different advice from different people in the beginning, also like throughout the middle as well. But when I tell you guys, stop taking advice from so many people, because honestly, like about, I'm not gonna say 90%, but majority of the time, the people that are giving you the advice are people that just want you to fail. They either want you to fail or they just don't get your vision. Because when you look at it, entrepreneurs are people that they think outside the box. They think like way ahead. And the people that you're asking advice for, the people you're asking advice to give you advice are the ones that, you know, aren't at the same, I'm not gonna say level, but at the same like mind area that you're at the moment. So they're not gonna understand your vision and stuff like that. So they're always gonna try to discourage you. Now, I'm not saying all of them, because some people, clearly you are gonna have people that's gonna root you on and actually give you good advice. I'm not talking about those people, but I'm talking about the majority of the people that you are telling them about your plans, about your business and stuff, or they're giving you advice. Most of the time it's not for your benefit. Honestly, they just want you to stay on the same level as you, and they just don't see your vision. So literally, stop taking so many advice from different people. If you sit there and keep taking advice from like so many different people, you will never start anything, honestly. So keep that in mind before starting your business. And then the second is knowing when to ask for help or advice. Now, I'm not sure if when it came to the advice part, I didn't really ask for advice, because it was to a point where, you know, I made my decision. Yes, I want to be entrepreneur, blase blase. But for the help thing, that for sure, I'm a Leo, honestly, and I'm a very like independent person. So it's hard for me to ask, not even hard for me to ask people for help, but I just don't like asking people for help. If it's something that I know that I can do, I would choose to just do it by myself. Because honestly, another saying, if you want something done good, you have to do it yourself. And I'm a firm believer in that, because I don't know, I just don't like asking people for help. But it's gonna come to a point in your, you know, journey and stuff like that. You guys are gonna need to ask people for help. You have to learn to ask for help. I'm saying, like, later on in the journey, when you do get bigger, you're gonna need to ask for help. You're gonna need advice from other people. And that's something that I'm still currently working on, because that's something that I kind of have a hard, you know, I'm not gonna say problem, but it's something that I'm working on. And then the third, I think, putting all your eggs in one basket. Now, this can like differentiate for many different situations, but in a sense of, since when you're just starting off, I'm pretty sure most of the reason why most people like start businesses, because clearly they see other people start businesses and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not always the case, but about 90%, majority of the time, that's the reason. And basically you just start doing exactly this, selling and doing the exact same thing that you're seeing the other person do. Like, for instance, you see them selling X, Y, Z, all the letters in the alphabet, and you just starting off yourself, and you literally just start selling exactly what they're doing, X, Y, Z, and you're following exactly what they're doing, and you're basically just putting all your money into you just starting your business when the person that you're, you know, looking at already have their business established. That's why they started selling so many different things. Now, I'm not saying when you're starting a business, don't like limit yourself, but when it comes to selling products and stuff like that, it's good to do it strategically, because you eventually start adding things on your like website. You don't just overall just start selling everything at once and putting all your eggs in one basket, and to the end, at the end of the day, when it doesn't work out, and then now it's like, now you're like, okay, so I wasted all my money on this and I don't even want to do it anymore. And now you basically feel defeated because you wasted all this money and time on something that you don't even like doing anymore, or isn't working out. So make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like I said, this can correlate to many different things, but this is what I'm using it for. I'm not sure if I explained it right. Hopefully I did. And the fourth thing would be being organized and creating a schedule for yourself. Now, when you become an entrepreneur, I know a lot of people think like, okay, bitch, I'm the boss, I work whenever the hell I want, I'll everything in the book. Like, but when I tell you, becoming an entrepreneur, you have to become more organized. And honestly, you still have to think about it as being a job, because it is a job. Like, it's a thing that you clock in and clock out. There is some days where honestly you don't clock out, and being an entrepreneur, honestly, you never really clock out. That's why you have to make a schedule for yourself. So, you know, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the only days I'm working, weekends are off. Or Monday, Wednesdays, and then Fridays and Saturdays, whatever days like correlates with you, you make a schedule so you know that that day that is gonna be dedicated to purely just working. Because let me tell you the mistake that I've made. Honestly, being an entrepreneur, like, you have so much time on your hands to the point where you start getting lazy. Even like when it comes to being like on YouTube, you just start getting lazy when you don't have any schedule or any like to-do list or being organized. You literally just go out throughout the day doing whatever, and that's really where you start getting messed up and getting discouraged and stuff like that, because you lost your drive from being so lazy, being in the bed every day, just doing whatever. So by you setting a schedule and being organized, it will keep you in a, how can I put this? It will keep you on your feet to still put in the work, basically. By you not having a schedule, you would just literally just do whatever, and you won't be as productive. That's the word that I was looking for. You won't be as productive as you could, because you're so lazy from, you know, just doing whatever. And honestly, you creating that schedule and becoming more organized will help you in that sense. It will set the days apart from when you know you're supposed to work and when you know you're supposed to, you know, relax, because you can get burnt out pretty quickly, honestly, if you are like always working and stuff like that. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the fourth is acting like a boss instead of an employee. Now, I wish I wrote little side notes of what I meant by that, but basically it's basically saying, like I was saying before, like when you quit your job or whatever, when you start a business and you become an entrepreneur, don't even quit your job yet, honestly, because first off, you just started started a business. Clearly it's not giving as much income as, you know, it should, because you literally just started. So don't go out and quit your job, not until you start seeing it like providing at least twice the amount that you get from your job or equivalent to it. But I mean, I kind of did make this mistake, honestly, because when I did start seeing money coming in, I honestly just said F my job and said forget it. So that was kind of one of the mistakes that I've made, but honestly I don't regret it. Oh, my throat. But I honestly don't regret it, but it's just something that, you know, that could have been avoided, honestly, because my whole thought was, okay, bitch, I have my own business now, I could, you know, do whatever I want. But really, in reality, you have to work as an employee first, because if you're here being the boss and saying I can work whenever, who the hell is going to be the employee to actually do the work for your business? You get what I'm saying? So if you're being the boss and, you know, have your own schedule, you can do whatever you want, and no one's actually putting the work in for your business, and now you're here walking around being the boss and stuff, yelling you're the boss when nothing is getting done, if that makes sense. But yeah, and then the last one would be quitting, what was it? Almost quitting. When I say, guys, there was so many times that I really did like think about quitting and stuff, and I think it's just something that just happens along the way as you get discouraged and stuff, because that comes with it. Like, when I tell you guys, being an entrepreneur is also like a mental thing, because it plays on your mental a lot, so you got to keep that in mind. But it'll come days where you just don't feel like working, or days that you just don't feel motivated to, you know, put in the work and stuff, and I don't know, and it just plays with your emotions, and you literally feel like quitting almost every other month, honestly. But the thing is, you just got to keep going, because as long as you see the vision and you see the end goal, you got to keep going, and you got to get past the I just want to quit phase, and literally just keep going. But if you guys have any other things or anything that you guys had your first year of, you know, being an entrepreneur, leave it in the comments down below. But if you guys experienced any of these things that I mentioned, or had made any of these mistakes y'all your first year of being an entrepreneur, let me know in the comments down below. If this video was somewhat helpful, I know it was all over the place, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.